Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another MLB free agency signing. I really can't tease these things because you can see it in the thumbnail and you can see it in the title, but the biggest MLB free agent has signed. It is not Carlos Correa. It is not anybody that I've talked about going to the Padres or on any sort of list. We are talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Brett Phillips. That's right. So this is a lot of fun. The news just broke maybe about a half hour ago. And Brett Phillips has signed a one-year deal with the Los Angeles Angels. So he will be teammates with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, which ironically, the joke going around kind of is, the Angels now have the two best two-way players in all of baseball. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani, and then most or more importantly, Brett Phillips. So it's just kind of fun. This guy is so much fun to watch on the baseball field. He's a great guy. I think he has a foundation, or at least he's supported charities in the past. Like, this guy is the energy of a clubhouse. He's fun. He's not that great of a player, but I don't know. Maybe he's not a great player. Let's make that clear. But I don't know. Maybe you could make the argument that he is a bench player. He is a good backup player. He can kind of do everything. Like we said, he can pitch. He can hit. He can field pretty well. He's a guy who's on the team and can help out, right? And most notably, the reason that I'm making this video and the reason that people are so excited about this is, one, because he's a good guy, but two, when he played with the Rays in 2020, he had that big Game 4 of the World Series moment. I mean, like I said, this guy is an underdog. MLB, or at least Baseball Reference, has listed him at 6 foot 195. I don't think so. That doesn't seem like correct. I think he's a smaller guy than that, but whatever, we'll take it for what it's worth. He's not that big of a guy. Came up in Game 4 of the World Series in 2020 against the Dodgers, had the game-winning hit, and I believe that was the game. They were down, and I think they scored 2 runs on this play. Randy Arozarena was going around third, and then tripped, went back to third, and then he went back home, ended up scoring and winning the game, and then Brett Phillips was doing the little bird airplane flying in center field. Obviously, that is what he is known for, but he also came into a couple of games to pitch, was not good in those games. Let's be very clear on that, but he's got a career ERA of 16.20. He has pitched in 4 games, including 3 of them last year, for a total of 5 innings, 29 batters faced, which ironically is more than some pitchers get in the MLB, so that's kind of crazy. But he is really that guy who just kind of goes in there when they're losing. He does not go in there when they're winning. I don't think so. Maybe he has. I should have pulled the games up, but not the point. The point is, he's been that guy on the field in the hitting situation, a big moment. He's gotten his moment, right? That was his game. He's gotten some fun moments pitching. I like to see him in the MLB. That's what I'm trying to say. And now he is teammates with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. The question to you is, was this a good move? I guess. Not necessarily the Angels. Maybe is that the question? Is this a good move for the Angels? Is it a good move for Brett Phillips? And what does he bring to the table, right? I don't know. He's 28 years old. His stats, we'll go through them right now. Not super great. He was a negative WAR player in 2022, negative 0.1. So when I read you these numbers, I don't know how it's only negative 0.1. Maybe that's all pitching. I don't know. But he had 29 hits and 200 at-bats. That's a 144 average, batting average. 5 home runs, 15 RBI, a 217 on-base percentage, and an OPS plus of 36. Remember, the 100 is the average. When he was on Baltimore, so he was on the Rays, got released by the Rays, then went to Baltimore. I think he got released by Baltimore, but he only played 8 games in Baltimore. He had a negative 3 OPS plus. Honestly, I didn't know that was possible. He had 1 run, 2 hits. Ironically, both of them are doubles, 1 RBI, and struck out 9 times in his 8-game stint. 17 at-bats with the O's. From a what does he bring to the Angels standpoint, I don't know. I'm not really sure. He has had a couple of decent years. 2021 was obviously pretty good. 2020, he had that big moment. His first year with Milwaukee, he was actually not that bad. Only played in 37 games, but had the OPS plus of 107. Like, he is not a bad player, but he's not great. He is there to fill in, right? He is there to maybe get some at-bats, fill a roster spot. I don't see him lasting there very long. Let's just be very clear on that. I think that this is a situation probably similar to before. He's played for Milwaukee, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, and now the Angels. This is a situation where they went out and signed a free agent. He might get some spring training at bats. Maybe. He might be on the opening day roster, but that's really a maybe. What I think is the idea here is they are going to use him as a roster spot until they find somebody else, whether that is at the trade deadline, whether that is they want to call up a minor leaguer, whether that is they sign another free agent. He is there to fill a spot, and then he will be designated for assignment when that time comes. That honestly makes me really, really sad. But that is the nature of the game. I mean, you look at the roster that the Angels have. It's not great, let's be honest there. You've got Taylor Ward, who's in left field, Joe Adell, who's in right field, Hunter Renfroe now, who they went out and got, who will probably play more than Joe Adell. Is Joe Adell still a major leaguer? I mean, he's on the roster, but I know he's been up and down a lot. I think they were just going to give him a chance and say, hey, you're just going to be here until we cut you, but I don't know exactly. They went out and got Hunter Renfroe. Shout out to that video if you haven't seen it yet, but that's a pretty big bat. And then obviously Mike Trout. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Mickey Moniak. That's probably about right. He's also on the roster. So you have 4, or is that 5 guys now with Brett Phillips. I don't think they'll keep all of them. I don't know who the Angels have in their prospect or their farm system. I'm sure somebody will get called up this year. And again, I just think that probably means Brett Phillips is the first one to go. But does it make sense from Brett Phillips' standpoint? I think so. Does it make sense from an Angels standpoint? Why not, right? Like, I think you take a chance, and maybe, if nothing works, okay, you release him. But if something works, something being, I mean, maybe there's another injury, maybe Mike Trout goes down again, maybe he gets some good at-bats in spring training, maybe he bulked up a little bit, because like I said, I don't think 6 foot 195 is accurate, but he maybe bulked up a little bit, and now he's more of a player than he was, So, again, from the Angels' perspective, does it make sense? Sure. Why not take a chance? He's a lefty. He can pitch. He's a guy who will go out there, give you a few at-bats, play some defense for you. He can steal. He's actually kind of fast. I guess I didn't mention that before. So he's there as a very, very, very much a backup fill-in. And that's okay. I mean, he's got his money. He's got his MLB moment. Like, now he's just playing for fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about Brett Phillips. He's a great guy. I mean, I know he's supported charities in the past. He's a guy who will go out there and play with his heart because that is what he does, and I love that about him. That is why I became a fan of him, maybe for a little bit for the meme, but I mean, that seeing him have fun out on a baseball field is what I like, what people like, what the younger generation needs, and watching him do the flying airplane, that's fun. That's exciting. That's what baseball needs. So does it make sense for their standpoint? Sure. If it pans out, it pans out. Does it make sense for what he will bring? Like I said, he could get lucky. He could have bulked up. Maybe. Probably not, though. And this is just a fun little signing that has a 2% chance of working. But hey, it's a 2% chance. It's a video that I was able to make and have fun with, so I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed it as well. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys do enjoy this kind of content. If you do like Brett Phillips, let me know down in the comments below. Also, while you're down there, just leave a discussion comment about anything else I talked about. And also, while you're down there, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this every single day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.